staying in the Eastern Cape, we speak to the ANC this time, and speaking to the Provincial ANC head of elections about the party's performance there. That's Mziwonke Ndabeni. Mr. Ndabeni, a pleasure to have you on the show this evening.
Thank you very much. Good evening. Good evening to you and your listeners.
So let's get your initial reaction. You've expressed mixed reactions, saying that overall you're happy with the party's performance in the province, but saying that you are worried about losing Nelson Mandela Metro while we wait for the final results. So what's the reason for this anxiety?
Look, we are not necessarily worried about Nelson Mandela, but we're just indicating that the results were slowly coming to Nelson Mandela in terms of the outcomes of the vote. As we are sitting in the center where the results are consolidated. And at the time we're looking at them, it was 40% ANC, 39% DA. It's clear that it was neck on neck in terms of the outcomes, but we're still looking at the final results as they're coming. We're hoping for the best. Nelson Mandela Metro is a highly contested metro. As the ANC in the Eastern Cape have already secured all the district municipalities and local municipalities, with the exception of Kocha. 37 municipalities have won them already, including Buffalo City Metro. We are now looking for the outcomes of the Nelson Mandela Metro, which is the last municipality in the Eastern Cape. We have secured comfortable victory in all other municipalities and districts, including many wards in the Eastern Cape. So that's why I was saying earlier that we are anxiously waiting for those results as the province of the Eastern Cape, the African National Congress. So we are very excited with the kind of contestation and the democratic process at play in Nelson Mandela Metro, but we're hoping for the best as the ANC.
Well, if the 2016 local government elections are anything to go by, it is likely that we might see more talk about a coalition-led government out in the Nelson Mandela Bay Metro. Just give us some of your reflection, and are you getting a bit of flashbacks from that election back in 2016?
Look, 2016, we can just draw lessons from how processes unfolded, but it's clear that the coalition politics in the context of South African political dispensation have not worked. Looking at the situation in Nelson Mandela Metro as we speak, the DA coalition that we have now did not work for the people of Nelson Mandela Metro. You would get a situation where the mayor would come from GA, at some point would come from UTM, and all that. So it never brought stability politically in terms of the governance of the city of Nelson Mandela Metro. And I'm sure by now, people of Nelson Mandela Metro are tired with the coalition politics. They would want to see a majority, a political party winning the majority to govern, so that can bring stability in the metro. And I hope that as the ANC, we contested to win the elections, and we are still sitting here waiting for the results as they are coming, and we are still hoping for the best for the ANC in the Nelson Mandela Metro.
It's quite interesting that in your statement you raise some of the shortcomings or some of the challenges experienced during your campaigning in the lead-up to these much contested elections. You speak about budgetary constraints as well as a short campaign period, and also raised a bit of worry about the low voter turnout. Just expand on that for us.
Yeah, it's true that we've experienced a low voter turnout, not only in the Eastern Cape, but generally in the country. Secondly is that it's true that, as we all know, that the ANC as an organization, we entered this campaign obviously with the issues of finances within the organization. As we all know that nationally we had a staff of the ANC Blue House being on the industrial strike. But the ANC has survived for 109 years, not only because of its capacity in terms of finances. The ANC and the other democratic forces defeated apartheid system without any financial capabilities per se, but with the mass mobilization. So the anchor of the ANC over this 109 years of its historic struggle has always been anchored on its ability to mobilize people in support of the ideas of the ANC. And this time around, we have won 37 municipalities in the province. with the ability to mobilize the ANC anchors on its election through its volunteers, with its leadership capabilities, massive support on its alliance and leagues and everyone else who's part of the mass democratic movement to make sure that the ANC wins the campaign. So I'm saying whether the issue of the finances and all that has, yes, it is, but it's not a major issue when it comes to the ANC. The ANC has got enough capability through its human resource capacity to make sure that we pull together a strong, solid campaign when it comes to this election. So that's why I'm saying we have now secured almost all the municipalities that we led in the province, starting with Alfred Nzo, Amatole, Artambo, Buffalo City, Joe Gabi, Sarah Padman. We have won all those municipalities. We are now looking at the big screens for the outcomes of Nelson Mandela, which is the last municipality in the province.
So let's delve a bit deeper into just your targets during these local government elections. You're hoping to secure at least 51% of the votes, but should the ruling party, or rather the ANC, fail to secure this level of votes, are you willing to enter into coalition talks? And if so, who would you be speaking to at this time?
Look, we at this point in time, we're not there yet. We are still looking at the outcomes. We're hoping to win the elections. Obviously, the coalition discussions will be led by the National Executive Committee of the ANC. ANC is a unitary organization, so we're not going to enter into discussions as a province with any political party. That process will be a process that will be taken up by the national leadership, guiding all provinces on how the ANC will posture in terms of the coalition politics. But at this point in time, we are not there yet in terms of the discussions with any other political party. We are still looking at the outcomes of the ANC and hope to win the elections with outright majority.
Right, that's Mziwonke Ndabeni, the ANC's Eastern Cape head of elections, just reflecting on what happened during their campaign trail and just their prospects for the local government elections. They're looking for an outright majority of just over 51%, if possible, but judging by those numbers, it is going to be